Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. I'm Crestiny and today I'm going to be telling you guys the story of the most embarrassing date I've ever been on. First things first, ignore my face. I didn't put any makeup on because we're like sisters, we're like pals. Get about the way I look. Let's just go ahead and talk about this embarrassment that was my life. Okay, so I'm not going to say the guy's name on video just because I mean, I'm pretty sure he'll never see this, but I just don't want to give him the satisfaction of knowing I'm talking about him, even though he's gonna know it's him because whatever. Anyway, okay, so long story short, oh my god, what am I saying? How am I socially awkward talking to a phone? What is my life? Anyway, let's start from the beginning. Okay, so whenever I was in 9th grade, I believe, 9th or 10th grade, one of those grades, I met a guy. He was in my science class. He was basically a class clown, kind of, sorta. He didn't, seem very smart. I know, this is not a video that's supposed to degrade anybody, but I'm not really sure why I was interested in him. He was really into superheroes, and my stepdad at the time collected old, what are they called? Like comic books and comic book cards and like superhero cards, basketball cards, sports cards, whatever. And I gave him one of my stepdad's cards because I was so like, I don't want to say in love because I wasn't in love with him, but I was like so infatuated. Is that the correct word? Probably not, but I was just like so into him. Like whenever you first meet someone and you're like so interested, and you're just like, oh, I want to be with you. So you do everything, and then I drew him a very, very dingy looking Iron Man. Like, this man was a metal man. But anyway, like, it was just so bad. It was really bad. I gave it to him and he loved it. So I gave him the picture and the card, and he was like totally like over the moon excited about it. And he was like, oh my god, I didn't know that you liked me, whatever. And I was like, I liked you, whatever. Because I was really quiet in school. I didn't really talk. I never even talked to him. I just knew he loved superheroes because he literally had Marvel everything. He had like a Marvel backpack, a Marvel lanyard, he always would wear Marvel shirts. I know it's like hard to believe this isn't elementary school, this is high school, but yeah, now that I'm thinking about it, why was I so into this guy? Okay, so whatever, so time passed and we kind of became friends, but it was like, it wasn't really friend, that stage where you're not really friends with someone but you're not dating yet, you're kind of just like, what do the kids call it now, when you're just talking to somebody? Okay, but yes, so we were just talking and whatever. I'm not really sure how we started dating. I don't know if he actually asked me, but I know that he was always driving me to school. He was older than me, but he would drive me to school. I thought it was really cool that he had a car and could drive. He actually had 2 cars, which was like, come on, if you were in 10th grade or 11th grade, whatever grade I was in, 9th or 10th grade, and your boyfriend had a car, 2 cars, you're telling me that you wouldn't be like, oh my god. I was, and everybody like saw, and they're like, oh my god, your boyfriend has 2 cars. I was like, yes. Anyway, but it's not what we're talking about. We're talking about this date. Whatever, so we started dating, and everything was fine. Like, we were really cool. We were like a really good couple, not gonna lie. We joked around a lot. We had fun a lot. I just didn't like, I don't know. I didn't like being in a relationship with him, if that makes sense. Like, I didn't like the huggy, kissy, gushy sort of things with him. I just loved who he was. I didn't love him. Does that make sense? But anyway, so we went on our first date. Okay, so both dates are embarrassing. And you're probably going to think, why didn't you leave him after the first date? I was stupid, okay? I was like in 9th grade. Stupid. Okay, so first date. So our first actual date was to the movies. It doesn't count. But I will mention that he was an entire hour late to the movie. So our first actual date was, where was our date to? I don't even remember what the date was. I just remember this was the first time I've ever ridden in his car before, and I was like still so excited. I had never like left my house. Anytime we ever met up, it was always at my house, and my mom was always home. You know, I was like, that's how I was raised. I didn't like, my mom wasn't like one of those people who just let me go out with anybody. She had to know who you were, where were you going, what time we were gonna be back, even if it was just friends. Like my mom was like, did y'all just see that piece of hair that just flew back? Instant replay that. It was the first time that we ever ridden in his car. It was crazy. I don't know where we actually went. I think we were just driving around. So we were just talking, and I was like, so like, oh my god, he's driving. Oh my god, he's so handsome. Oh my god, he has Marvel everywhere. So basically, like, we were just talking about everything, and I was like, oh my gosh, like, I'm so excited. I was wrong. We only dated for like 2 months maybe. Probably not even that, probably a month, I think. So this is where everything went downhill. We're driving in the car. His friend calls, and you know, I'm sitting in the front seat, just nilly-willy, just like, His friend calls, okay, whatever, and his friend's like, hey, can you go and pick me up some Taco Bell? And I'm like, is he gonna buy me a taco? You know, whatever. So, you know, he's just like, sure, let's go to Taco Bell, or like, I'll pick you up and then I'll bring you to Taco Bell. And his friend's like, yeah, cool, whatever. Whatever boys do. And I'm just sitting in the front seat like, oh wow, I'm gonna be able to meet his friends and they're gonna know me, and then, you know, he's gonna tell all his friends all about me and I'm gonna feel all good. We're literally driving to his friend's house, and you know, he shuts the music off and he's just like, hey, Destiny, can you do me a favor? And I'm just like, oh, he's probably gonna make me go sit in the back seat or something. And this fool has the audacity to say to me, keep in mind, we're dating. We are dating at this point. We've been dating for like 2 or 3 weeks at this point. This boy has the audacity in my face to tell me, hey, whenever my friend like comes into the car, can you pretend to be my cousin? His cousin. Not even a friend, his cousin. Just like, sorry, I had to sit up for this. Just like, why? Like, why would you do that? Now, anytime that your friend hangs around us, he's gonna think that I'm your freaking cousin, and he's gonna tell everyone else that I'm your freaking cousin. Why would you tell your friend to call me your cousin? And do you know how embarrassing that was? His friend literally got in the car and he's like, oh, who's this? You know? And the guy was just like, oh, this is my cousin Destiny. She's not from here. I swore to myself that I was never, ever going to go to Taco Bell again after that. This is why we actually broke up. No, this isn't actually why we broke up. I should have broke up with him after this, but we broke up because of another reason, but I'll tell you guys that after this. Okay, so after that, obviously, I was heated, and I was just like, can you just take me home? And so he just took me home, and I was like, you know, like, don't call me, don't talk to me, like, I don't have anything to say to you. Of course I didn't say it like that. I just walked in the house and didn't say anything, but that's what I was thinking. But anyway, so whatever, time passes by and that whole thing kind of just blows over, and I'm just like, okay, we just started dating. Maybe he just said that because he was nervous, whatever. I completely understand. I didn't understand at the time. I kind of understand now that maybe that's why. Okay, now we're fast forwarding like an entire month of us dating. Everyone at school knows we're dating. Both of our families know that we're dating because we've met each of our families, whatever. Okay, cool. Our friends know because I told my friends, he told his friends. Our second real date, we go to the carnival that's in town. So we're having a good old time. We're going on the rides, whatever. We see this big animal. I don't remember what it was. It was supposed to be a rat, but it wasn't a rat. It was like a, I don't know, if I find a picture of it, I'll put it right here. But we're having a good time, you know. We see his ex-girlfriend at the carnival. His ex-girlfriend is his best friend. I completely understand that. I'm still friends with some of my exes. I know a lot of people are just like, oh, don't be friends with your ex. It's really like taboo or whatever. I'm friends with my ex. Almost every single one of my exes I'm friends with. Not him, not this guy, no. But a lot of my exes I'm friends with because we broke up because we realized that we were better as friends. You know, whatever. So we see his ex, and I know that him and his ex were really close. They still are really close. No, I'm not stalking him. I just know. So I was jealous. I'm not gonna lie. I was really jealous. His girlfriend, I mean, I was his girlfriend. His ex-girlfriend knew that we were dating, and because of that, said that she would never talk to him again. And so whenever we're at the carnival and we see her, mind you, we're all hugged up, lovey-dovey, you know, we're all holding hands. He's all right next to me. Excuse me. As soon as he sees her, he just lets me go, and literally, this man was like 3 feet away from me. Never felt so unloved in my life. I was just like, dude, like, where are you going? He literally just left me. Like, he just like, and he was just like, hey, can we just like keep us on a DL for now? He treated me so unreal. He goes and talks to his ex, and I'm standing there, looking like a fool while these people are just walking past me back and forth. And I'm standing there in the walkway of the carnival or whatever, and I'm just there. And I wanted to cry. I wanted to just go home, but I can't drive. I was stuck there. I didn't have a cell phone. So I was just there, you know? I couldn't leave. I felt so betrayed. I felt so just unvalued, whatever, unappreciated. And then after he was done talking to his ex, he walked back over to me and acted like everything was normal, you know? He didn't want me to go over there with his ex and the rest of their friends. He told me, he like let me go. He walked, like he like pushed himself away. I don't know how to explain it. Like, this is him, and then he just kind of like distanced himself away from me, and he told me like really softly and really quick, hey, like, keep us on the down low. And he walked over, and he didn't even look back at me. He didn't say anything about me. They just talked, they laughed, whatever. Then they left. He came back, and he was like, so where do you want to go ride next? And I was just like, I just want to go home, you know, whatever. But I didn't want to be one of those people who seemed jealous, so I just kind of like kept my mouth closed and was just like, okay, sure, let's just do whatever. Now, I do realize that that was a terrible thing to do, because by doing that, I basically enabled him to kind of push me around in a way and just not really care about my feelings, and instead walk over me and do things that are just not right. And then this fool also had the audacity to not take me home, but to take me to a park. One, like I said before, I didn't have a way to call my mom. I don't know why. My mom like believed that he was like this perfect boy, so was kind of just like, okay, I'll trust you to take my daughter or whatever. He takes me to the park, and mind you, it's like 10 o'clock at night. There's like no one at the park, and it's pitch black, and I'm just like, oh, what is he like, what's his plan? And you know, he's just like, I know that you're mad at me, whatever. And of course, like a stupid fool, I fall for it, and I'm just like, oh, it's fine, whatever. this was the second time that it's happened. Like, this is the second time that he hasn't owned me as a girlfriend. And I know that just sounded messed up, but I'm saying, like, he hasn't claimed me as a girlfriend. I've always claimed him, no matter, like, what the situation was, no matter who it was, I always claimed him as my boyfriend. It's like, do you know how disrespectful and, like, just cruel that kind of is to the other person that you're with? But luckily for me, I did realize that he was a jerkwad and broke up with him. We kind of broke up on mutual terms though, because he wasn't enlisting into the military and had to leave for training, and I was just like, I'm sorry, fool, I'm not gonna wait for you. Alright guys, well that was my story time video. I don't know. It was basically the story of the most embarrassing dates I've ever been on with one guy. I mean, I only really went on official dates with one person. But anyway, I should probably state this right now. I did not make this video to try to draw hate towards my ex. I believe that he might be a good person right now, that he's doing good things, that he's not hurting anybody or anything like that. I'm just a little upset because of the way that things ended up and things that happened. I am in no way trying to degrade him as a person or anything like that. He was young too and stupid. But let me know in the comments, what is your most embarrassing date story? What has ever happened to you that's embarrassing? I want to know. I want to make sure that I'm not the only one who got called their boyfriend's cousin in order to keep our relationship a secret. It's embarrassing. But anyway, thank you guys for watching this video. If you want to see another video like this, just let me know. Don't forget to like this video, comment, and subscribe. Turn on your bells too, because YouTube is always acting cray-cray. Your support is always appreciated, so thank you very much. Also, share this video if you would like, and I will see you guys next time. Goodbye. Number 6, what is your eye color? You can see my eyes.